The hidden damage of eating the wrong carbs after 60. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you really thought about the kinds of carbs you're putting into your body? Especially after age 60. This isn't just a question of weight or nutrition, it's a question of long-term health, independence, and how you'll feel every single day. You see, carbs aren't just fuel, they're messengers. They either support your body or sabotage it. And after 60, your body becomes more sensitive to the effects of the wrong carbs. I'm talking about silent blood sugar spikes, chronic inflammation, muscle loss, memory fog, gut dysfunction, and even a higher risk of stroke. One major study found that certain refined carbs can increase your risk of type 2 diabetes by up to 70%. 70%, that's a risk no one should ignore. Worse still, the most dangerous carbs are often the most familiar: breakfast cereals, white sandwich bread, rice cakes, crackers, muffins. Some are even labeled healthy. But behind the clever marketing, they trigger dangerous metabolic responses that wear you down from the inside out. But here's the good news: not all carbs are harmful. In fact, some are among the most powerful tools we have for aging well, if you know how to use them. So in today's video, we're diving into the science. I'll walk you through the 5 best carbs that older adults should eat every day, ranked from good to essential. Then I'll reveal the 5 worst carbs that seniors should avoid, also ranked from bad to truly dangerous. Every food we cover is backed by real research, not just opinions or diet fads. So if you're over 60, or plan to get there in strong shape, this might be the most important video you watch this week. Let's get started. The 5 best carbs for adults over 60. We'll begin with the good guys, the carbs that don't just fill you up, but lift you up. These carbs fight inflammation, preserve lean muscle, support gut health, protect your brain, and help you maintain consistent energy throughout the day. Here's the list, from helpful to truly powerful. 5. Green peas, the muscle protector. Don't underestimate these tiny green legumes. Green peas are packed with resistant starch and soluble fiber, 2 nutrients that slow digestion and help stabilize blood sugar. That's critical after 60, when insulin resistance becomes more common. Even more importantly, peas are one of the few plant-based carbs rich in leucine, a unique amino acid that signals your body to maintain and rebuild muscle. And muscle loss is one of the most dangerous and overlooked parts of aging. In a 2022 study, older adults who regularly ate legumes like peas retained 14% more muscle mass over 2 years, even without lifting weights. They're also anti-inflammatory and support the gut lining, helping you absorb more nutrients from everything you eat. How to use them: steam lightly, toss with olive oil, garlic, and sea salt for a satisfying, gut-friendly side dish. 4. Steel-cut oats, blood sugar's best friend. Steel-cut oats are one of the most underrated power foods for seniors. They digest slowly, thanks to their minimal processing, which prevents the sharp blood sugar spikes you'd get from instant oats or boxed cereal. That steady release of energy gives your pancreas a break and keeps you fuller for longer. But the real benefit comes from beta-glucan, a type of fiber that reduces LDL cholesterol, supports the gut lining, lowers CRP, a key inflammation marker, and even enhances immune function. A 2023 meta-analysis showed that 1 bowl of steel-cut oats a day lowered LDL cholesterol by 15% and significantly improved inflammatory markers in older adults. How to eat them: cook with water or unsweetened almond milk. Top with cinnamon, flax seeds, and fresh berries, no added sugar needed. 3. Sweet potatoes, nature's anti-inflammatory carb. Sweet potatoes are more than just delicious, they're medicinal. Loaded with beta-carotene, these orange tubers support vision, immunity, and skin integrity, all of which tend to decline with age. Their resistant starch helps nourish beneficial gut bacteria, producing butyrate, a compound linked to lower inflammation and better colon health. And their natural sweetness makes them a perfect substitute for processed carbs. A 2022 study found that people over 60 who ate orange vegetables regularly had better memory, fewer infections, and lower risk of macular degeneration. Best way to enjoy them: roast whole with the skin. Skip the sugar or marshmallows, instead. Sprinkle turmeric or cinnamon for extra anti-inflammatory benefits. 2. Lentils, the senior supercarb. Lentils are one of the best foods you can eat after 60. They're rich in plant protein, prebiotic fiber, magnesium, folate, and iron, a combination that supports brain function, muscle repair, and gut diversity. They also have a low glycemic index, so they provide steady energy without raising blood sugar levels, essential for managing prediabetes and type 2 diabetes risk. In a 2021 study, older adults who ate lentils 3 times a week showed improved insulin sensitivity, better cholesterol profiles, and stronger immunity. How to prepare? Simmer with spices like turmeric, cumin, or bay leaf. Red lentils cook quickly and are great in soups. Green and brown ones add texture to salads or stews. 1. Chickpeas, the gut and brain guardian. At the top of the list, chickpeas, also called garbanzo beans. They're a nutritional powerhouse. They're packed with complex starches, plant-based protein, and soluble fiber that feeds the beneficial bacteria in your gut. This, in turn, helps reduce inflammation, improve digestion, and boost mental clarity. Chickpeas are also high in magnesium and zinc, minerals essential for nerve function, memory, and maintaining healthy bones. Several large-scale studies link regular legume intake, including chickpeas, with a 30 to 40% reduced risk of cardiovascular disease and age-related cognitive decline. Ways to enjoy: blend into hummus, roast for a snack, or toss into salads. Just half a cup per day can transform your digestion, energy, and brain sharpness. The 5 worst carbs for adults over 60. Now for the dangerous ones, the carbs that may seem innocent but are quietly undermining your health. After 60, the body processes simple, fast-digesting carbs differently. They hit harder, linger longer, and cause more damage over time. Let's count down the 5 worst, from harmful to most destructive. 5. White bread, the silent sugar bomb. White bread is one of the most common staples in the American diet, and one of the most dangerous for older adults. Made with refined flour and stripped of fiber, it digests faster than table sugar. The result? A blood sugar spike, followed by an energy crash and inflammation that builds up over time. A 2021 study found that seniors who ate white bread daily had a 29% increased risk of type 2 diabetes and a 16% higher chance of developing heart disease. Swap with sprouted grain bread with at least 3 grams of fiber per slice. Look for whole grain as the first ingredient. 4. Rice cakes, the healthy snack that lies. They may look light and clean, but rice cakes are metabolic landmines. Made from puffed white rice, they contain no fiber, protein, or fat, and a glycemic index over 80. That means they digest almost instantly, leading to a crash in blood sugar, followed by cravings, fatigue, and mood swings. Better option: raw almonds, Greek yogurt, or a slice of whole grain toast with avocado. More satisfying and stabilizing. 3. Packaged breakfast cereals, the hidden sugar trap. Don't let the whole grain or vitamin-enriched labels fool you. Most boxed cereals are highly processed, high in sugar, and low in fiber. They digest as quickly as pure glucose, triggering spikes in insulin, brain fog, and long-term inflammation. In one 2019 study, adults over 60 who consumed cereal 5 times per week had a 22% higher risk of metabolic syndrome. Try instead a boiled egg with sprouted toast, or unsweetened Greek yogurt with berries and chia seeds. 2. French fries, the crispy inflammation bomb. French fries are addictive and destructive. They combine 3 dangers: starchy carbs, inflammatory frying oils, and excess sodium. Worse, the high heat creates acrylamide, a compound linked to cancer and neurodegenerative diseases. A 2023 study found that seniors who ate fried potatoes at least twice a week had a 36% higher risk of stroke and significantly higher insulin resistance. Healthier choice: bake sweet potato wedges with olive oil and rosemary. Crispy, satisfying, and safe. 1. Pastries and baked goods, the sweetest threat. Pastries top the list because they combine all the worst ingredients: white flour, added sugar, and trans fats. They spike blood sugar, promote fat storage, fuel inflammation, and throw your hormones out of balance. Regular intake of baked goods is linked to cognitive decline, anxiety, increased belly fat, and a higher risk of type 2 diabetes. Swap with a banana with almond butter, or a homemade oat bar with seeds and nuts. Final thoughts: every carb is a choice. After 60, your body doesn't handle carbs like it used to. Fast digesting, low fiber carbs can quietly erode your health over time. But that doesn't mean giving up carbs, it means choosing the right ones. Whole, fiber rich, slow digesting carbs like oats, lentils, sweet potatoes, green peas, and chickpeas can protect your muscles, sharpen your brain, balance your blood sugar, and help you stay independent. So here's a simple action. Start swapping just one bad carb a day for a good one. White bread out, sprouted toast in, sugary cereal out, steel-cut oats in, fries out, sweet potato wedges in. Small changes, big results. Because this isn't just about living longer. It's about living better with energy, clarity, and strength. Call to action. If you found this video helpful, or you're thinking of someone who needs to hear this, don't keep it to yourself. Hit that like button, it helps us reach more people. Subscribe for more science-based tips on aging stronger, not older, and leave a comment below. What's one carb you're cutting today, and one you're adding back in? I read every single one. Your comment could inspire someone else to take that first step. Let's age with power. Let's do it together.